Hello everyone, it is Maite and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. I am so happy for you to be with me here today. So in this video, I'm going to be going over planning routines. I am filming this going into the second week of January, and surprisingly, this is collectively about the time where people begin to start getting over their planner. The brand new shiny planner that they bought in November or December is starting to lose its luster, or the planning routine that they have embarked on is getting a little bit overwhelming. So by February, they are already ditching their planner. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys 4 tips not only to create a planning routine, but to be able to stick with it throughout the entire year so you can better run your home and your life. So if you are interested in home management content, homemaking content, organization and planning content, you're in the right place. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me. All right, let's jump into it. So the absolute first thing that you want to do is you want to figure out what you are planning on a yearly and a monthly basis versus what you are planning on a weekly and a daily basis. Now, I don't want that to overwhelm you, so I'm going to break it down. Let's say that you plan your big events for the year, your big appointments, your big checkups, or whatever that you need to do, things you need to get done for your home, yearly projects on a yearly planning routine. That's going to be very different than the things that you plan on a day-to-day basis. And getting those out of the way on a yearly routine is really going to free up the mental space that you need to go through your day and go through your week. Or let's say that on a monthly basis, you meal plan, therefore you don't have to worry about that on a weekly and on a daily basis, other than when you're going to go grocery shopping or when your groceries are going to be delivered to your house or however you get your food. So I go through an entire process on how I set up my planner for the year. I will link that video up in the cards as well as in my description box. But basically I go through that process with you guys so you can see how I broke down my events and my major to-dos for the year. Now on a weekly basis, I'm not really worried about what's in my planner for the year, except on a month-to-month basis where for the month, I take those major to-dos and I break it down for the week so I can actually get them done. In my last productive planning video, which I will link up in the cards, I also talk about how your planner doesn't have to be your end-all be-all, and that is especially true when you are breaking down your planning routines. So if you prefer to use a family command center, a large calendar, something that you can stick on your fridge or where everyone can see it to put your yearly routine, then definitely do that. And if you prefer to have your family menu or your weekly menu on your refrigerator as opposed to your planner, then do that as well. That's going to take pressure off of your planner, and you're going to get into a second nature routine of just getting done what you need to get done on a monthly basis as well as on a yearly basis. Trust me, it's going to free up a lot of mental energy, and it's going to make your weekly planning routine as well as your daily planning routine a lot easier. The second tip I have for you is choosing a day. Now, it does not have to be Sunday. I know Sunday is a super popular day for people to sit down and plan their week, which makes a lot of sense because people plan their weeks Monday through Sunday. I sit down on Fridays to do my planning routine. It just makes a lot more sense for me. I still plan for Monday through Sunday, but the reason that I sit down on Fridays is that on Friday afternoons, I am already unwinding from my entire week. I tend to like to front load my week as opposed to the other way around. And so I'm able to see a little bit ahead of time what I have to do for the next week. And a lot of times I end up putting some of the random to-dos for my upcoming week, and I'm actually able to incorporate them in the weekend that I am about to start. So it not only gives me a head start, I don't have to think about sitting down and planning on Sunday night. I actually really don't like doing that. Sometimes it happens, but it just gives me this kind of dread of like the things that I have to do Monday through Sunday. Friday, I'm still excited about the weekend, and I'm able to kind of get a better handle of things that, you know what, I don't have to do that next week. I can do that this weekend. That's not a big deal. I also plan the week ahead in a daily planner. I will leave that video in the description box down below on how I plan my weeks as a stay-at-home mom. I use a daily planner, but I flesh it out throughout the whole week, and then I go in through the days and I fill it out a little bit further when I have more of a grasp on what is going on that day. It does not matter which day you choose. Don't think it has to be on a Sunday night. If you prefer to do a Tuesday morning, do that. The point is that it has to be something that you will stick to and a day that you will remember to sit down and do it. If it's a day that's tailored to your schedule, I promise you, you are more likely to sit down and do it as opposed to a chore that has to be done on Sunday when you rather be vegetating on Sunday or doing something else. My third tip is that it needs to be a habit. So the easiest way to create a habit, besides the fact that you just need to give it time, because creating habits take time, so over time, eventually it will become second nature, but the quickest way to get there is associating it with something fun. So again, if it's a chore, you're not going to want to do it, but if you make it a fun experience, an experience where this is my 30 minutes to sit down with myself and go through my thoughts and what I need to do for the day, I have fun with it. I sit down and take my favorite coffee, my highlighters, my pens, and I sit down and I take that time to myself to really sort out what I need to get done for the week. And because I plan on Fridays, I'm already in a really good mood, and so it's easier for me to get it done that way. If you treat it like a chore, you will procrastinate it like a chore. And so make it fun, make it something for you. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you want to. If you really like getting into the creative aspect of planning, lean into that, do it. If the stickers motivate you to use your planner, then definitely do that. But if it's detracting you from your planner, then stay away from that stuff and just use what's going to be useful to you. So if you make it fun, or if you make it something that you look forward to as a moment with yourself, it is going to be something that you're going to want to make time for, as opposed to something that you procrastinate. Which leads me to my fourth and final tip, which is keep it simple. Now, simple is a relative term, but keep it simple to what you know that you can handle, whether that is sticking to 1 or 2 planners, just sticking to pens and highlighters, sticking to maybe 3 sticker books, or just taking out a sticker kit and doing it that way. But once it starts to become really overwhelming, I think that's when people start to jump off the bandwagon. So let's say they got really ambitious. They started the year with 8 planners because they saw other people using 8 planners. And on the surface, it seems like, well, the more planners I have, the more organized I feel. And I have had years where I have had 6 planners and 7 planners. And I can tell you that that did not make or break my organization, how many planners I had. Currently, I am in a 2 planner system. I will leave that video in the cards. And it has really worked out for me. So I'm not saying that you can't have 8 planners. I'm saying don't do it if it's going to overwhelm you, if you're going to feel guilty because you bought them and you can't keep up with them. I do reject the idea that planners are something that you should have to keep up with. If you have to keep up with a set of planners, you're doing yourself a disservice. It should be a tool. It should be an extension of you and what you need to do. So keep it as simple as you can handle. And I promise you, your planning routine is going to become a lot more second nature. I am so much happier after I went back to basics and I did a full 360 back to how I started planning all the way back in 2015. You can see my first video that I put up. It was a Kate Spade planner that I had, and it was like a simple planner. It was a horizontal layout. It didn't have a ton of room. But over the years, I realized, okay, like I don't need to be doing all of this to get what I need to get done. So for me in this season, I've ditched a lot of the creative aspect that I used to put in my planner. I still enjoy using stickers here and there. I still enjoy a pretty planner, a fun planner. I don't think that to be completely functional, that it needs to have 0 color or no fun. I do think that function and form can exist in harmony, but I'm just putting it out there. If you are starting to feel overwhelmed by the amount of planners you have or what you are putting into your planner, just do yourself a favor and cut it out and bring it back in a different season, because you are just going to feel so much better when you can actually organize your life as opposed to pretending that you're organizing your life and trying to keep up with a system that is just too much for you to handle. I hope you guys found this video on creating planning routines helpful. Let me know what the secret to your planning routine is. I'm always super curious to know how you guys plan and what you guys are doing to organize your lives. So like this video if you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. And as always, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.